Okay, hello everybody. I want to go over a couple of key points with you that I'm seeing emerging. Okay, this is the home page of your course. Okay, let me go in here and view it as a student. Okay, I want to go in here and view a student here for a moment, so that I see the same thing that you do. Okay, many of you have done excellent work. You've really taken the time to make sure that your work is resourced correctly and that it is referenced and cited correctly. But a couple of folks have gone, well, you didn't tell us that we needed references. Yes, I have. You're going to need to review emails and so forth, and videos, and read. For those of you who don't know what to do, you go to the home page and it goes Citing Your Sources Guide. I click on here. You want to go down here and it says be sure to check with your professor. This is the style guide that you're going to need. APA. Okay? You must. There are no exceptions. There are no allowances, and in moving forward, you will get a 0 on your writing section if you don't use this. And that's week 3 out. I mean, we're still in week 2. But you must reference the initial post. Remember that in your discussion, remember that you have to post an initial post and respond to your classmates. You don't have to respond to you don't have to reference your responses to them, right? But you have to reference your initial post. The second kind of assignment that you need to use a reference for, or you need to use a reference for all types of assignments, is a worksheet. Now, sometimes, a worksheet, it can be as straightforward as you're citing the chapter in the textbook. If you cite the chapter in the textbook, that indicates to me that you've read the chapter in the textbook and that you're not just diving into the course assignments without having read, which a couple of people, most people did not do. Most people did excellent work, but some folks just did that. So no. So you have to go. If you don't know, don't tell me that, I didn't tell you or that I didn't explain to you how to do this. This is how you do it. Week 3, as you go into it, you reference every assignment, every type of assignment from here on out. Milestones, okay, just to review, are designed to lead you to your final paper, and you must have references for every milestone, or you're going to get a 0 on the writing section, and that will impact you, okay? Moving out. That's milestones 2 and 3, and that they lead up to the final paper. Okay. All right. Let's go back home. Let's go back home here to the course. Okay. I'm trying to get back here. Okay, and I'm still viewing as a student now. Another aspect of this really key. Okay, so start here, right? I'm going to explain now, right, is what you need to do, okay, for this final paper in terms of a topic, okay? Okay, and so, I'm going to go, what you're going to need to do is go back to Module 1, if I suggest that you do this. Some of you I've suggested, as I'm in the process of grading your first milestone, here is what you must do, okay? You have to go back here, and please pause this at any point that you need to look over the work. I can't give you a screenshot review and then do this as well. Okay. I'm going to go review the fund. First, you go in here and click 1.3 final review. Okay. Okay, it's going to go in here and it's going to give you the final project guidelines. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Okay. Okay, so the final project is a concept map. Now, a concept map, imagine this. They give you a template for doing this. And the template is basically, imagine if you had to make a presentation. And you had to give it like an oral presentation of your paper. The concept map and the paper should reflect each other, okay? So basically, again, this gives you the full overview. Now, a lot of you if I tell you to do this, please do it. You have to, okay, these are called, a prompt means just that. These are thought prompts. So please don't write me a paper on crime and violence, and then when I tell you please to go back to where I'm going to show you, continue to write me a paper on crime and violence, or you will not do well. A crime and violence is that's an entire undergraduate major. Okay, the same goes true for drug and alcohol abuse. Their entire bachelor's degrees in drug counseling and classes in each of these. So what do you have to do then? A lot of people go, hey, wait a minute. No, this is the list. Why are you telling me, not to use this list? I'm not telling you that. I will tell you here to narrow your topic. What does that mean? Okay. And this is not evident. So you're to be excused, in this first milestone. If I tell you to narrow your focus, I want you to go down here. Okay, here are a couple of resources. But if you're selecting your topic from the provided list, it says consider, referencing the supporting resource list. I'm going to mandate that you reference the supporting research list. Okay? So, the supporting resource list gives you, again, how to cite. It gives you some software that will allow you to cite, and reference papers as you go along. And then it tells you about Microsoft Word citation tools. So, bullying. Here you go. Here's a breakdown, because everybody wants to write me a paper, and they'll say something like the student who's doesn't have much of a career in writing papers will give me a statement like, bullying is very bad. Well, of course, we know that. So go in here and narrow this down, okay? Here it is, okay? Workplace bullying, cyberbullying. So if you're writing about bullying, go there. Crime and violence, too broad, okay? So gang-related crime, white-collar crime, hate crime, you could have domestic violence could be a critical feminist topic. It doesn't have to be from this list, but if it is, like human trafficking, people have written papers on. Okay, and then here's another one that people write about: drug and alcohol abuse. Do not write me a paper about drug and alcohol abuse. That's an entire undergraduate curriculum. Okay? So it's okay if you did this in your milestone right now. I'm telling you, moving forward, if I say narrow, 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 I'm going to direct you back here. Okay? And actually, I'm going to copy and paste this as I'm moving forward, this link, and embed it. If that's you, I'm going to be embedding that in your, in your rubric comments. Okay? So, addiction, legalization, prescription drug abuse, okay? And then finally, a lot of people talk about income inequality and wealth distribution, right? And here's some potential subtopics there. So, again, what do you need to do? If I tell you if you start writing me about drug and alcohol abuse, and then I say, no, you need to narrow your focus, and then you bounce back to writing to a prompt, which is just something to get you thinking about something, right? Then you're going to need to go down here, right down here to the supporting resource list in Module 1. And it's in Module 1. It's 1.3, okay? That's a good place to go back to Module 1.3, okay? For everything that you might need to do, okay? Let me go back here, okay. All right. So, please, I'm gonna go Superior Library, okay? I need to get out of here, but that is really what you're going to need to do, okay? All right. So please keep this in mind as you're moving forward, so that you can have an excellent, and useful, milestone writing and final paper project. Okay. Have a great week 3, and please email me if you have any questions.